Led by Assemblywoman Angela McKnight, more than 20 people lined up to speak on the unexpected vote by the Jersey City Board of Education members against renaming PS 34 after President Barack Obama that occurred this past Tuesday, August 23rd.
Well, yesterday I was notified that there was a vote at the caucus meeting, and they voted it down. And I was like, wow, it's on the caucus meeting. We were informed after having several meetings for the naming committee that it will be on the August 25th board meeting. So we had our teachers come, we had some students come, we had a minister come to speak tonight on behalf of naming the school after President Barack Obama. However, since it was voted down on Tuesday, that did not happen. We followed the process from soup to nuts. And today I spoke to the board about naming PS number 20. We followed the same process when we worked on PS 20 that we did on PS 34. And the board listened to the community for PS 20. They wanted Maya Angelou, and that's what they got. So today, the PS number 34 family wanted President Barack Obama. They didn't want Maryland. They didn't want anyone else. They want President Barack Obama. And clearly tonight, we followed the process, but the internal process was not followed.
Trustees Lorenzo Richardson, Joel Torres, who did abstain from voting on the measure on Tuesday, and Gerald Lyons all stated that they were not aware that the measure would be voted on Tuesday's caucus meeting.
A meeting was put out, announcements put out in the newspaper, the Jersey Journal, stating that these board members, were the current board members, and this meeting was taking place. No one ever told us about this board meeting. No one ever told us about this petition, this meeting to have a school named after President Barack Obama, whom I'm a huge supporter of. The first time I heard about it was when I got my agenda packet last Friday night. Our policy, should anyone care to follow it, says, under Section 2, letter B, if naming the school is after a person, the person may be living or deceased. It is encouraged that the person should have been a former Jersey City public school educator or administrator or employee, a local resident, or a local civic leader of great prominence whose educational contributions to Jersey City public schools has had significant beneficial effects on the public school system and its students. Jersey City has one person that was a councilwoman, president of city council, mayor, freeholder, school teacher. I'm sitting next to her. This is nothing against my president.
The school community gets to determine the name when there are naming suggestions. And your community has spoken, your school community. The three of us who voted to name the school Barack Obama School Tuesday night did so out of the understanding that this was the will of the school community. And I proudly supported that Tuesday night and would like to resubmit this item tonight for the board's reconsideration.
He didn't know, I didn't know, nobody knew, but Miss Day knew. And so I don't know how that happened, but there was no conversation, there was no email, no communication at all to the other board members. So I don't know how that happened, but that is not our fault. And we have to make sure that we're paying respect to all the other names that were submitted too, because this is a legitimate process, and you have to respect every name that was submitted.
The school naming were illegal. They were not illegal. They were legally held. And that's based upon the existing naming policy. Board members are free to vote as they choose, and the board members have voted. At this point, you have two options which we've laid out, and those options again are the board can, by a motion to reconsider, change its decision from Tuesday. You need someone who voted in the affirmative and who prevailed on Tuesday to make that motion. Or pursuant to the policy, should the naming fail to be approved by the board, and I'm going to read it, the applicant will have 60 days from the second board meeting at which the item is considered. So it was voted on Tuesday, so it would begin on Tuesday since it failed, to revise their naming proposal in writing in an attempt to remedy concerns of the board members voting against it or abstaining from the facility naming. Failure of an applicant to modify or submit their revised proposal within 60 days of the board's vote shall cause the board's vote to stand. A subsequent board vote will not take place.
And I'm here to stand with PS 34, with those children, with the staff, with the parents, with the community. We have over 1,000 signatures, and to have to be here and listen to the rhetoric that went on tonight is disheartening, because at the end of the day, we're supposed to be here for the children. And the children of PS 34, they want President Barack Obama. So tonight, what was supposed to happen, if a board member who voted no, if they would have agreed to have it, make a motion to have it put on the agenda, then they would have voted tonight. But unfortunately, that did not happen. But it's okay, because per the policy, I have 60 days to resubmit. So for the record, I will be resubmitting. I already spoke to the principal, and we will be resubmitting so that we can once again follow the policy from soup to nuts.
Hudson County View, the eye of the community.